Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, children. I'm going to play a video. Watch the video carefully. And you will be taking a test at the end of that video.
Ma'am, I cannot hear the voice, ma'am.
Ma'am, me too, ma'am. I cannot also hear your voice.
Ma'am, you can share the sound, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I cannot. Ma'am, when you share your screen, there will be an option called share audio, ma'am. So you can click that, ma'am.
You must place the same digit.
Now we can hear, ma'am.
Yeah, I forgot to enable that. Yeah.
Ma'am, should we note this down?
Yeah, now I'm playing it for you. Just let me know if it is audible. So let's see how to find the square root of this number. So first write the number in this format. And then group the digits or pair the digits. Is it audible, children?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
All of you?
Ma'am, should I note this down?
No.
Okay,
Just
ma'am.
watch the video. Just watch the video. And if you don't understand, just let me know right there. I'll pause the video and clarify your doubt.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, so I'll play this video. Watch it. Actually, you need to watch it till the end. And in case you don't understand, I'll play it again. And where you don't understand, ask me to pause. Let me explain that to you. All right. If it's clear, I will give a similar question at the end of this video. That will be a test. Got it,
Okay,
children?
ma'am.
Yeah. Write the number in this format. And then group the digits or pair the digits from behind. Pair the digits from behind. 4 4s are 16. 0s are the remainder. The next pair comes down. Double the quotient. So 4 2s are 8. Whatever digit you place here, you must place the same digit here. So the least digit is 1. 1 and 1. That will be 81 into 1. What's 81 into 1? 81. But the number here is 72. It's still less than 81. So we cannot place 1 also. 1 itself will be too much. 81 into 1 will give you 81. But 72 is less than it. So in this case, what you have to do is place a 0 here, place a 0 here, and then bring the next pair down. What do we do? When you cannot even write 1 here, what you have to do is place a 0 here, place the same 0 here, and then bring the next pair down. Now, again, whatever digit you place here, you must place the same digit here. And you know that this is the last step, because the 81 was the last pair to come down. We don't have any more pairs after this. So this is the last step in division, and this number ends with the digit 1. So you know you have to use a 1 here or a 9 here. Because 1 ones will give you 1 in the end here, or 9 nines 81 will give you 1 in the end. So since this number looks pretty big, so we'll try a 9. So a 9 here and a 9 here, which is 809, 8 to 9. See here, 809, 8 to 9. What's the product? 9 9 is 81, we carry over. 9 0 is 0, plus 8 is 8, 9 8 is 72. That's precisely 7 to 81. 7 to 81, and the remainder is 0. So which means the square root of 1,67,281 is 409.
Are you ready for a test, children?
Yes, ma'am.
It's just that in this number, the square root of this number has a 0. The square root of this number has 0 as a digit. So here you understand. You understand what you do when you cannot even use 1. Like you saw when it is 81 into 1, which is 81, is more than 72. It was more than 72. So in that case, when you cannot, the least digit you can use is 1. And when you cannot use 1 itself, you will have to use 0. You'll have to use 0 and bring the next pair down.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, just try this. In case we don't get the answer, we'll try to understand better again.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, is this the first video that you showed today or?
This is the first video.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, children. Now find the square root of. All of you work this in your book. Find the square root of 93,636. Find the square root of 93,636. 93636. Yes, start working.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Oh, I found the answer.
Yeah, please wait. Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am,
Yeah. Tell me.
ma'am, actually we didn't complete discussing the previous test, ma'am.
Yeah, I remember. Yes. We'll go back to that. Is it over, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, now tell me, what is the square root of the given number?
Ma'am, 306.
300. Ma'am.
306. So how do you start off? 3 3s are 9, 0 is a remainder. Then what is the next pair which comes down?
36, ma'am.
36 comes down. When you double the quotient, you get
6.
6. So when you place 1, after 6, when you place 1, it is 61 into 1, which is 61. But the number available is only 36. 61 into 1 is 61, but the number available is 36, which is far less than 61. So we use a 0 and then bring the next pair down. Now the number is 3636. So what is the last digit you used after 60?
6,
After
ma'am.
6. 6. So 606 into 6 gives you 3636. I've also shared the working on WhatsApp. I've shared the working on WhatsApp. Yeah, the others, you can just, I'm not playing the video. You can just understand from what you see on the screen. The answer to this question, square root of 93,636. I've shared it on WhatsApp, the working. See the next number on your screen, children. Sorry? Yes, somebody said something?
No, ma'am, I said that I have seen the workout.
Okay, okay. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, yeah, yeah. All right, children. You can see the next number on the screen. 2,50,000. Find the square root of 2,50,000 by the long division method. Find the square root of 2,50,000 by the long division method. So see here. Can you see the number in the working on the screen, children? Can you see it? Yeah. So you can, you know, you'll have to pair the digits from behind. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 5. 5 5s are 25. 5 5s are 25. 0 is a remainder. The next pair comes down. The next pair comes down. You need to double the quotient. You need to double the quotient. We have 5 here. So 5 into 2. Double the quotient. 5 into 2, 10. Write 10 here. Now we have 0. What we have with us is 0. Even if you write 1 here, 101 into 1 is 101. 101, if you write 1 here, 101 into 1, because you'll have to write the same digit here, 1. 101 into 1 will become 101, but we only have 0. So what you do? But whenever you get a pair down, when a pair of numbers come down, you need to add something here and here. Whenever a pair of digits come down, you need to add something here and here. So since 1 is too much, you're forced to add 0. So 0, 0. Add a 0 here, add a 0 here, and bring the next pair down. And bring the next pair down. And it's still 0. It's still 0. So add a 0 here, add a 0 here, and complete the division process. So see here, 5 5s are 25. 0 is a remainder. Next pair comes down. Double the quotient, 10. Now, even if you write 1 here and 1 here, it's going to be 101, 101 into 1, 101, but we only have 0. But the thing is, we have got a pair down. So you need to add a digit here and a digit here and the same digit here. You can't even add 1. Then you're forced to add 0. So 0, 0, and then bring the next pair down. Add a 0 here, add a 0 here. because this pair has come down. So you need to add something here and here. Something here and the same thing here. So since you cannot even add 1, you're forced to add 0. So 0 and 0. And then bring the next pair. Then bring the next pair. Now it's still 0. Even after bringing the next pair down, it's still 0, which again means you cannot even add 1. So you'll have to add a 0 here, add a 0 here, and close the division. You don't have any more pairs to bring down. So you close the division there. Is that fine, children?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So when zeros are involved, when the square root has 0, 1 0 or a few zeros as its digits, you'll have to be careful. See this one. So the given number is 9,80,100. So 000198. These are the periods. 9 nines are, so first we take 98. First we take 98. 9 nines are 81. 9 nines are 81. So subtract. 17 is a remainder. The next pair comes down. 0, 1 is the next pair. The next pair comes down. Double the quotient. We have 9 here. Double the quotient, meaning 9 into 2, 18. The number available, the 701. We have 18. So you can place a 1 here and a 1 here. So it will be 181 into 1, which is 181. So you keep trying 182 into 2. You get some product. 183 into 3. 184 into 4. So when you keep working like that, you need to actually come close to this and also check by, now supposing you try 188 into 8. All right, you try 188 into 8 and the product is 1504. Don't be happy with that. See, when you write 8 here, 188, when you write 8 here and 8 here, 188 into 8, you get 1504. Don't be happy with that. Go on to find the next one, 189 into 9. And you will see that it's exactly 1701. 189 into 9 is 1701. So 9 here and a 9 here. 189 into 9 is 1701. 0 is a remainder. 0 is a remainder. The next pair comes down. The next pair comes down. The next pair comes down. So we need to continue the division process because the zeros here are not the remainder. The next pair has come down. Whenever you bring down a pair, that means the division process has not come to an end. You need to continue the division process. Only if 0 is the remainder, you stop there. When 0 is the remainder, you stop there. But 0 is not the remainder. See, this is the remainder. 1701 minus 1701 is 0. This is the remainder. But these two zeros have come down. These are not the remainders. 1701 minus 1701. 0 is a remainder. Then the next pair comes down. Whenever a pair of digits come down, that means the division has to continue. You stop with the remainder. You stop with the remainder. But when you bring down a pair of digits, you need to continue the division process. So again, double the quotient. We have 99. We have these two digits 99. Double the quotient. You get 198. 198. Whatever digit you place here, you must place the same digit here. And you know, you can't write 1 because that will be 1981 into 1. 1981 into 1, which is 1981. But we have only 0 here. So which means you'll have to place a 0 here and a 0 here because the product 1980 into 0 is 0. So you don't have to write that 0 and then show the remainder 0. You can just close the division. Meaning you can stop the division there. Actually, what is it going to be? 1980 into 0. So you'll have to write 0 here. You'll have to write a 0 here and then say on subtracting the remainder is 0. You can do that. See, it's not that you should not show. You can do that. But since you know you have to write a 0 here and then on subtracting, what to get a 0, you can just end the division process there. Now, when you ended this, these are the meaning the 0 here is a remainder. When you bring down the pair of zeros, these don't represent the remainder. But now you completed the division process. See, adding a 0 here and a 0 here. So 1980 into 0 is 0. Is 0. Now they become the remainder. Is 0. On subtracting, you get 0 as a remainder. So instead of showing those two steps, you can just end the division like this. Now this is the remainder. So the given number is a perfect square because see, you get 0 as a remainder. The given number is a perfect square and its square root is 990. The given number is a perfect square and its square root is 990. Yes, class.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just getting the question for you. Yes, take down the number. Find the square root of. Find the square root of. I'm reading out the digits. I'm reading out the digits. 90, 48, 064. I'll repeat. 90, 48, 064. Find the square root of this number by the long division method. Got it, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Please work. So let's see how.
let's see how to find this.
Completed.
Let's see how to find the square root of this number.
Yeah, somebody said.
Now let's learn how to find.
What's the square root?
3008, ma'am.
3008. Others are still doing? I'll wait.
Ma'am, I do completed, ma'am.
Completed? What's the answer?
3008, ma'am.
3008. So what's the first step? 904806. We group the digits from behind in twos. So first it is 3 3s are 9, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Zero
Yes,
is the
ma'am.
remainder. Yeah, 0 is the remainder. Then what happens? You'll have to
And 04 comes down, ma'am.
put the next pair
So
down.
we
Then
3 into 2, ma'am. We should multiply 3 into 2. We
yeah,
get
6,
6, ma'am.
So now,
Which 6 is
1 minute, 1
greater
minute.
than 4, ma'am.
No, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. So now we have 4 with us. And when we place 1 beside 6, when we place 1, it becomes 61. So 61 into 1. 61 into 1 is 61, which is more than 4. So what should you write? What should you place beside 60? Oh, sorry, 6. What should we place beside 6?
0, ma'am.
0. Add a 0 beside 6 and add a 0 beside 3 in the quotient. Then after that,
After that, we should bring out the next pair, ma'am, which is 80.
Yeah,
We get
yeah.
480.
Bring the next pair down. Bring the next pair down. So add a 0 beside 6, add a 0 near beside 3, and bring the next pair down. And the next pair is 80, and the number now you have now is 480. The number you have now is 480. Now what happens when you write 1 beside 60? If you write 1, it becomes 601.
Which is greater than 480, ma'am. So we should add another 0 beside 60 and we should bring down the next pair.
No, yeah, no, you will add another 0 beside 60 and add another 0 beside 30.
Yes, ma'am.
In the quotient. Yes. And bring the next pair down. And now it is?
So when
Yeah, tell me.
48064.
Yeah. 6008 into 8. Now we'll have to place an 8. Beside 600 place 8 and beside 300 place 8. 6008 into 8 is 48,064. And 0 is the remainder. So the square root of the given number is 3008. I'm sharing the picture on WhatsApp.
Yeah, ma'am, I've seen it.
Very good. Are we ready for the next one?
1 minute, ma'am.
Yeah, please, I'll wait. You need to tell me, children. Okay, I'll wait. Yeah, you're trying to complete the division?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, finish it. Yeah.
I'm checking it, ma'am.
Yeah, please, that's important. Yes, do it.
Yes, ma'am, completed, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, yeah.
Now we know that 75.69 can be written as 7,500. Now let's learn how to find the square root of a decimal number. So here we have 75.69. So we need to find the square root of 75.69. Now we know that 75.69 can be written as 7,569 by 100. You just have to move this decimal point. So you'll have to shift this point by 2 places, 1, 2. So it's going to be 7,569 by 100. 2 zeros because you shift 2 places. So 2 zeros here by 100. So now we find the square root of the numerator and the denominator separately. Let's find the square root of the numerator, or first let's find the prime factorization of the numerator. So here we have 7569. This is the prime factorization of 7569. Next, let's find the prime factorization of the denominator, 100. And this is what it is. Now, 7569 divided by 100 is equal to, write the prime factorization of this number. What is the prime factorization of this number? 3 into 3 into 29 into 29. So see here, 3 into 3 into 29 into 29. And what's the prime factorization of 100? 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. So here, 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. So in the numerator, we have the prime factorization of this number. In the denominator, we have the prime factorization of this number. Next one, since we have to find the square root of the given number, we take square root on both the sides. Correct? We take square root on both the sides. That's the next step. So this is the first step. In the next step, the only change is we take square root on both the sides. That's the only thing in the next step. After that, what is this actually? What is this one actually? It is 75.69. Correct? This fraction is nothing but 75.69. So in the next step, replace this fraction with 75.69. Both are the same. See, this one is equal to this one. So in the next step, replace this fraction with 75.69. We have to find the square root of 75.69 is equal to. Now get rid of the square root. What do we do for that? From 2 3's, bring 1 3 out. You should not put the square root symbol here in this step. Because from 2 3's, we're bringing 1 out. From 2 29, 129 out. From 2 2's, 1 2 out. From 2 5's, 1 5 out. So what does this give you? The square root of 75.69 is equal to, so multiply the numerator. So 3 into 29 is 87 by 2 5's are 10. And what is 87 by 10? 8.7. So this is one way of finding the square root of 75.69. Now let's try to find the square root of the same number using the long division method. So here you go, see this? 75.69, you know you have to present it like this. And the next step is to group the digits. Okay, so we pair the digits. But here the important thing is, this is called the integral part. Before the digits which you see before the decimal point is called the integral part. See 7.5 from the integral part of this number. 6.9 from the decimal part of the number. I'll just show you here with a different example. So now just consider this decimal number. How do we group this? To start the long division process, how do you group this? So see here, this is the decimal point. How do we pair up the digits before the decimal point in this direction like this? So 2, 3 and 3 stands alone. But with the digits after the decimal point, we go in this direction 7, 5, 6, 3. We don't come from behind. So see here, before the decimal point it's going to be 2, 3 and 3 stands alone. For the digits after the decimal point, it's going to be 7, 5, 6, 3 like this. So take another number, say like 147.531. How do you group this? So decimal point, these are the digits before the decimal point which form the integral part of the number. These are the digits after the decimal point which form the decimal number, the decimal quotient. Integral quotient, decimal quotient. Integral quotient, decimal quotient. Decimal point, before the digits before the decimal point, integral part. The digits after the decimal point, decimal part. Alright, so how do you group now? So before the decimal point, you're going to group by 4, 7, 1 stands alone, backwards. You're going to group from behind. So 4, 7, 1 stands alone. But after the decimal point, it's going to be in this direction. 5, 3, and there is a 1 here. You know you can always add a 0, right? Because this is not going to change the value of the number here. So you're going to group like 5, 3, and 1 stands alone, but you can always add a 0. So it's going to be 1, 0. Alright? Okay, so this is how we pair the digits before and after the decimal point for long division purpose. So here, this is the number 75.69. So this is the decimal point. Before this, it's going to be 75 as a pair, and after the decimal point, 69. Alright, so start the division process. 8 8s are 64, the remainder is 11. So you're going to bring 6 9 down. These are the digits after the decimal point. So since you're going to bring the pair after the decimal point, place the decimal point in the quotient. I repeat, 8 8s are 64, the remainder is 11. Now 6 9 comes down. But this is after the decimal point. So when you bring the pair after the decimal point, place the decimal point in the quotient. And then bring the next pair down. So now 6 9 comes down. What's the number? 1169. Alright? Double the quotient. What do you have in the quotient now? You only have 8 points. Double the quotient. So you only have this. So double the quotient, 16. It's 16. So now you're going to place the 7 here and the 7 here. Because 167 into 7 is 1169. And the remainder is 0. This means the square root of 75.69 is 8.7. So you see that this long division method is less time consuming. This takes some amount of time to find the square root of the given number, this given decimal number. Using the prime factorization method takes some time. But you can get the value of this number using the long division method easily made faster in less time. So the square root of 75.69 is 8.7.
Are we ready, children? Can we find the square root of a decimal number using both the
Yes,
methods?
ma'am.
You can see a part of the steps on the screen also. So just in case you need help, you can just look at the screen. So the question is to find the square root of 129.96. 129.96 using the prime factorization method and the long division method. Find the square root of 129.96 using the prime factorization method and the long division method. Got it, children? Got the question?
Yes, ma'am.
What about the others?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
Yeah, children, please start. Yeah, 129.96. So how do you express 12996 as a product of prime factors? What do you get? 12996 is equal to still finding?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, we are still finding the factors, children. No, I don't understand. Yes, is still finding the factors, is it?
Ma'am, but the squares only, ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yeah, please ask me.
Ma'am, for 12,996, when we take LCM, we
Yeah.
get 233, ma'am.
233. Okay.
2, 3, and 3. So
Okay.
we can't square it, no, ma'am.
Oh, so you're saying you're not able to find the factors further, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. One thing I can tell you is when you're trying to find the square root of a number, see, when it is not a perfect square, the question will be different. Now, when the question is find the square root of, and you're given a number, it will be a perfect square. No, I think just listen to me till the end. I'm saying if the given number is not a perfect square, then also so the question will be find the square root of say 18. Now you know that 18 is not a perfect square. 18 is not a perfect square. So then the question may be find the square root of 18 up to 2 decimal places or up to 3 decimal places. That means 8 because 18 is not a perfect square. 18 is not a perfect square. So there will be an additional information there in the question. Find the square root of 18 up to 2 decimal places or up to 3 decimal places. That means the given number is not a perfect square. So when the given number is not a perfect square, you will have this additional thing in the question up to 2 decimal places, up to 3 decimal places. When nothing of that sort is mentioned, it is assumed that the given number is a perfect square. No, I'm actually answering your question. It might look like I'm going somewhere else. No, but just listen to me fully. So when the given number is not a perfect square, but you're asked to find the square root, you will find these words there in the question up to 2 decimal places, up to 3 decimal places, which indicates that the given number is not a perfect square. But the heading now is find the square root of 129.96, correct? 129.96 using prime factorization and long division method. That means the given number is a perfect square. That means every prime factor will happen 2 times. If you used 2 once, you can use 2 again. Because see, every prime factor will occur in pairs. That's a clue. Because the given number is a perfect square. So Madhumita, if you tried 2, you should have tried 2 again. If you tried 3 and it worked, try 3 again. Every number you can use at least 2 times or 4 times or 6 times. You will not get odd number of times. You will not happen to use 2, 3 times when you're finding the square root of a number, which is a perfect square. You got
Okay,
me?
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
Madhumita, you said you used 1, 2 and then 2 3s. When
Yes,
you
ma'am.
use 2 once again, it will be possible. You can divide the number again by 2. Then maybe meaning you can use 3. When you use 3 and it's divisible, use 3 again. It will be divisible.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So start again. Use 2 times. Use 3 2 times.
Ma'am, I got the prime factors, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Let's not announce now. Please continue. We'll just wait for all of them to try it by themselves. Please continue, Danya. Continue working.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Madhumita, please use 2 times, 3 2 times and tell me the number you have with you after that.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
Ma'am, now I got it correctly, ma'am.
Very good. Okay. So what did you get after using 2 2s and 2 3s? What was the number with you?
Ma'am, 2 into 2 into 3 into 3.
Okay, but no, that will. Okay, then after that, what's the number you had after dividing by 3 finally?
Ma'am, I was doing the prime factorization method.
Correct, correct. It does not end there, no? 2 2 3 3, it doesn't end there. Continue.
Ma'am, can I say 19, ma'am? 19
No,
into
no.
19.
No. Danya, I had asked you to wait, Danya. Kindly follow my instructions.
Okay, ma'am.
Madhumita, when you used 2 2 times and 3 2 times,
The
you
final number I got is 1331, ma'am.
1331. What is the number you've taken, Madhumita?
2, 2, 3 and 3, ma'am.
No. The give what you're trying to find the square root of which number?
129.96.
Okay, so it is 12996, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, when you divide by 2, what did you get? 12996 divided by 2, what did you get?
6993.
No, it's not 6993. When you divide 12996 by 2, what did you get? 12996 divided by 2.
Ma'am,
Yes, others? Raja? Raja, can you hear me? Anish?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you, ma'am.
Yeah, Raja, when you divide 12996 by 2, what do you get? Did you find the prime factorization of 12,996, Raja?
Ma'am, I'm trying to find it out, ma'am.
No, what have you been doing all the while? Long division method?
Ma'am, I went out for a while, ma'am, to the
Okay, fine, all right. What is the question you have with you, Raja?
Ma'am?
What is the question you're working on?
Ma'am, actually, I was about to ask you, ma'am.
Okay.
Sorry, ma'am.
Okay, no, you can go away to drink water or maybe for some other reasons, but just let me know if you're not at your desk. Just tell me that you will come back, meaning so that you know I'm aware that you're not at your desk.
Sure, ma'am. I'll tell. Yeah.
Did you watch the video which I last played?
Yes, ma'am. I saw it.
Okay, now we are supposed to find the square root of 129.96.
129.96, right, ma'am?
Yeah. Find the square root of 129.96. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Raja, I want you to work this and take a picture and send it on WhatsApp to me. Can you do that?
Now?
And yeah, you complete it. Yeah, now. Yes, now. Is it possible?
I'm not having a phone right now in my hand, ma'am.
Okay, at the end of the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Work it. Yes, now 129.96.
Yes, ma'am.
Devadarshini?
Ma'am?
Yeah, tell me. Tell me the prime factors you got for 12996.
Ma'am?
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, I can't hear your voice, ma'am.
I'm not audible, class?
Ma'am?
Ma'am, I can hear you, ma'am.
Okay. Can you tell me now, Madhumita?
Ma'am, I don't know about my prime factors, but for the long division method, I got 11.4, ma'am.
Yeah, that's correct. 11 point. Okay, you're stuck with the prime factorization method. Is it okay? Let me try to help you. So see,
Okay, ma'am.
Madhumita, it is 12996, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, divide by 2. What do you get? 2 6s are 12, 2 4s are 8, 1 remains, 2 8s are 6, 2 9s are 18, and 2 3s are 6. Sorry. 2 6 are 12, 2 4s are 8, 1 remains, 2 9s are 18, 1 remains, 2 8s are 16. Did you get 6 4 9 8?
No, ma'am.
Why? Do that.
Ma'am, can I try it again?
Yeah, no, but I don't know where you're getting stuck. That's why. Let's do it together. Divide. You understand when I'm saying prime factorization method, right?
Ma'am, actually, I also have a doubt in the prime factorization method, but I got it till 361, ma'am.
Yeah, please tell me. I'll help you. Please tell me. Yeah. Am I right? I've just started. So 2 6s are 12. Then 2 4s are 8. 1 remains. 2 9s are 18. 1 remains. 2 8s are 16. Am I right? 6 4
Ma'am,
9
but
8.
usually we don't do that for
Yes,
prime
ma'am.
factorization, no, ma'am.
What?
We usually don't do that, no, ma'am, because see, 1, 2, 9, 9, 6 are here, ma'am. So
Okay.
2, 6 are 12, and
Huh?
9 is not divisible by 2. So we'll just put 9 as it is, and then 2 3s are 6.
Okay. That's so you're getting confused. We are not finding the HCF or LCM, Madhumita, of some numbers.
Okay, ma'am.
You're confused. No. 1 second. I just need to plug in the charger. Just a minute.
Okay, ma'am.
See here. Can you see? The prime factorization of 7569 on the screen, Madhumita?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we've used 3. Why did we start with 3? We're finding the prime factors. We're finding the prime factorization of a given number. We are not finding the HCF or LCM. So that is where when we take the, when a particular number is not divisible, we write the number down as it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, now you're dividing 7 on the screen. You're dividing 7569 by 3.
Okay, ma'am.
Dividing 7569 by 3. So how do you divide? 3 2s are 6. No, you divide 7569 by 3. You will get 2523 as the quotient.
Okay,
You're
ma'am.
not okay. 1 minute. No. Is this method not familiar to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Not familiar, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, let me just help Keertana finish it and get back to you. Keertana, so you got 361, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So after that, you will not be able to work with 2 or 3 or 5 or any number like that. So it is 19. You need to use 19 times 361. Get that? 19.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, 19 times 361, and then 19 ones are 19. So you will see that 2 happens 2 times, 3 happens 2 times, and 19 happens 2 times. Okay, so Madhumita, not an issue. Let's see how to divide. See here. Madhumita, can you see the screen? So see
Yes,
here,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
3 2s are 6. Okay,
Yes,
what's the
ma'am.
remainder? What's the
1.
remainder? 1 is the remainder. So this becomes 15. 1 is the remainder. So this becomes 15.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
3 5s are 15.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 3 2s are 6.
Yes, ma'am.
3 3s are 9.
Yes, ma'am.
This is nothing. This is just the quotient. When you divide 7569 by 3, this is the quotient.
Okay, ma'am.
That's how we divide. 3 2s are 6. 1 is the remainder. So fix that 1 here. 15 it becomes. 3 5s are 15. Nothing. 0 is a remainder. Then move on. 3 2s are 6. 3 3s are 9. Why didn't we
Yes,
start
ma'am.
with 2? Because the number is not divisible by 2.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
number is not divisible by 2. If it's not divisible by 2, you cannot work with it. You have to use factors, prime factors only. Okay, so 2, this number, since it ends with 9, it's not divisible by 2. So we use 3. Now when you use 3 once, you will be able to use 3 again. So use 3 again. Now come to write 3 here. Now see here, Madhumita. 3 8s are 24, correct? 3 8s are 24.
Yes,
What's the
ma'am.
remainder? 1 is a remainder.
1.
So this number is now 12.
12.
3
3
4s
4s are
are
12.
12. Nothing, 0 is a remainder. So we have 3 here. 3 1s are 3.
3.
Now it's 841. Now you try by 2, it won't be 841 is not divisible by 2. It's not divisible by 3. It's not divisible by 5, not by 7. So you keep moving. So when you keep moving, it's not divisible by 11. Now at a point you're like, oh God, what is this number then? So you'll have to find that number straight away. Okay, you'll have to find that number straight away. So this 841 is between 20 square and 30 square, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 20 square is 400. 30 square is 900. 20 into 20 is 400. 30 into 30 is 900. So this number 841 is between 20 square and 30 square. And it ends with 1. So it has to be 21 and 21 into 21 or 29 into 29. It can't be 21 because 21 has prime factors 3 and 7. 3 7 are 21. So you cannot use 21 also because it's not a prime number. You have to use only prime numbers. So then in that case, it has to be 29. 29 times if you try, 29 29s are 841. You can multiply and see 29 29s are 841. 29 ones are 29.
Okay, ma'am.
This number, this 29 is a prime number. It's difficult to hit this number. How do you know it is 29? So when you try to divide by 2, 3, 5, it's not possible. So then you should try to find the number straight away. You should understand where this number lies. This number lies between 400 and 900. That is 20 square, which is 400, and 30 square, which is 900. 841 lies between 20 square and 30 square.
Okay,
Now,
ma'am.
yeah, now it can be 21 into 21 or 29 into 29 because only if you want to get a number that ends with a digit 1, then it should have, in the units place, it should have 1 or 9 because 1 ones are 1, 9 nines are 81. So the number can be 21 or 29. But 29, no, because 29 means, first thing, it's not a prime number. 21 is not a prime number. 3 7s are 21. 21 is not a prime number. So let's try 29 because it should be a prime number. So try 29 and you will see 29 29s are 841.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, similarly for 100, 2 50s are 100. 2 50s are 100. Okay, 2 5s are 10 and the 0 comes down. 2 5s are 10, 0 comes down. So 2 50s are 100. Then 2 2s are 4, 1 is a remainder. 2 5s are 10. 2 25 times 50. 5 5s are 25, 5 1s are 5. So it's like this, CH Madhumita. 250 times 100. 2 25 times 50. 5 5s are 25. 5 1s are 5. 5 1s are 5. It's like a V. 250 times 100. It's like a V. 225 times 50. 5 5s are 25. 5 1s are 5.
Yes, ma'am, I get it.
Yeah. All right, children, as somebody said, I think Madhumita said you got it by the long division method, right?
Yes, ma'am.
11.4.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, children, we have something else to discuss. So let's continue with this in the next class. What is it we have to discuss? The answers
Ma'am,
to?
after 8th question for the test, previous test.
Ma'am? Ma'am?
I'll just show you the questions, children. Just let me know which one. Is it this one, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, till where did we discuss?
8th sum, ma'am.
Oh, we finished till the 8th one, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sure, till the 8th one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, the 9th one. Find the, so I had asked you to complete this, right? You had to complete this test in the last class, right?
Yes, ma'am. And I also have sent it to you, ma'am.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, find the square of 42 without actual multiplication. How do we do this? How do you write 42? You write it as 40 plus 2 the whole square, right? No answer. Why? Am I audible, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Find the square of 42 without actual multiplication. How do you do it? Okay, you don't know, then you have to go back to the video, watch it and get back to me. The next one, question number 10. Check if 10, 24, 26 form a Pythagorean triplet. Who can tell me this? What are the values of A, B, and C?
Ma'am, A value is 10, ma'am. B value is 24 and C value is 26, ma'am.
Okay, see, mostly Danya is the active participant in this class. All of us can, no? Am I teaching only Danya?
No,
Why the
ma'am.
others are hesitant?
Ma'am, I don't think this is the question paper you gave us for the test, ma'am.
Oh my God. Which one, children? Is it this one then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Madhumita, you should have helped me with this, no? You should have voiced out. Okay,
Ma'am,
fine.
I just checked the question, so
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. All right, all right. Yeah, yeah. Okay. We are in the right place now.
yes, ma'am.
That paper I haven't shared, is it?
Ma'am, I
paper?
think you did that in those videos, ma'am.
Okay, so you were supposed to complete all this, is it? Okay,
Yes,
fine,
ma'am.
fine. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Madhumita. Okay. And sorry for the confusion. So from where are we to continue, children? Here?
Eighth one.
Oh,
Ma'am,
8.
actually you said 7th and 8th are in the same page, so we don't look at the answer for the 7th question.
Oh, we didn't look at the answer for the 7th question. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So how do we do this? This is actually 60 minus 1 the whole square, correct? 59 should be written as 60 minus 1 the whole square.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, how have we worked this? Or you've written 50 plus 9 the whole square?
50 plus 9 the whole square, ma'am.
Okay, 50 plus 9 the whole square. That's also fine. Because it's close to 60, you can also say 60 minus 1 the whole square. 60 minus 1 the whole square or 50 plus 9 the whole square. And then you'll have to use a plus b the whole square or a minus b the whole square accordingly and simplify it. No, I'm not getting responses. What about for 8th one? What are the values of a, b, and c? Children, have you finished this paper or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then for question number 8, what are the values of a, b, and c?
A is equal to 10, ma'am. B is equal to 20, and C, which is the greater value, is equal to 30, ma'am.
Is equal to 30. What is a square plus b square? What's the answer for a square plus b square?
500, ma'am.
Okay, 500. What is c square?
900, ma'am.
Is a square plus b square equal to c square?
No, ma'am.
No. So the given numbers do not form a Pythagorean triplet.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. What about 9? So here you have for the 9th one, here it is 10 into 11 hundreds. You in the bracket you must write 10 into 11 because leave 5. Leave this 5, leave the digit in the units place. We have 10 here. So 10 into its successor 11. 10 into 11. Ignore the digit in the ones place. Ignore this digit 5 which is in the ones place. The remaining part of the number is 10. So 10 into its successor 11. 10 into 11 in the bracket 100. 10 into 11 in the bracket 10 into 11 and outside 100. Meaning 10 into 11 hundreds plus 25. Plus 25.
Ma'am, we get 11,025.
Correct. 11,025. What about question number 10? Without adding, you shouldn't add. Without adding, you must find the value of this one. What is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus
Ma'am, it's 81.
It's 81. Why?
Because
Ma'am,
those are the first 9 odd numbers, so
Yes.
we need to square the numbers. So 9 square is equal to 81.
Very good, Madhumita. Yes. So what you see there is the sum of the first 9 odd numbers. What you see there is the sum of the first 9 odd numbers. So simply square it. 9 square, 81 will be the sum. If you actually add also, you will get 81. When you actually add, you will get the same thing, 81. Dash is both a triangular number as well as a square number.
1.
1. 1 is both a triangular number as well as a square number. Other numbers, if it's a triangular number, it cannot be a square number. If it's a square number, it cannot be a triangular number. One is, you have other numbers which are triangular numbers or square numbers. But the number which is both a triangular as well as a square number is 1. Other numbers can be either a triangular number or a square number. They will not be both. So 1 is both 1. The number 1 is both a triangular number as well as a square number. What is the square of 100?
10,000, ma'am.
10,000, ma'am.
10,000, ma'am.
10,000. Yeah. So here you have the answers. You can take a screenshot. Just in case you want to check the steps, you can take a screenshot, children. Okay, so do we have anything pending to be discussed, children?
No, ma'am.
All right. And this paper you worked. What about this one, children? This one, okay, Madhumita told me that it was a part of the video, so you have completed it using the videos. This one also we finished, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Okay.
you gave us
Yes, ma'am, we
homework.
completed.
Okay, fine. All right, children. So today I'll be sharing a bunch of videos. Please watch the videos. And maybe by tomorrow evening, I'll share the assignment with you. Watch the videos, complete the assignment, and get prepared for a test in the next class based on the videos. The test will be based on the contents of the videos. Watch the videos carefully, complete the assignment, which I shall be sharing tomorrow, and get prepared for a test in the next class. That's it for
Okay,
today's
ma'am.
class, children. Thank you so much. You may leave the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, children. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.